Hello, Poi people. PoiBoyBlue Tech Blog, volume something, don't know. It's been a while, sorry for that. Things have been busy. I've been working as a performer and doing a lot of fun things and blowing off a lot of not fun things. Not to say that this is not fun, because it very much is, but there have been other priorities to take care of, and I'm very happy with things right now. So, recently I picked up fans, as in within the last 3 days, and I've been doing very well with them. With the experience that I have with Poi, I expect to be very good at fans very soon. This tutorial is a PoiFu type tutorial, similar to the ones that Nick Woolsey puts up. I couldn't find the motion online, and my friend Alicia, who is also working with fans at the same time as me, was not able to get this motion, so I felt it best for me to show her via video so that she could watch and rewatch it. The motion is the split time opposites while playing extensions, basically. Being able to incorporate this motion into your flow, no matter where you're at, basically, is a really important thing to do, because it's one of the very few types of extensions where both of your hands pass here. When they do that, if the Poi or fans that you're using pass there, say you're going in spin, the heads of the Poi will flip around and create a nice circle that gives a really visually aesthetic, it gives a really nice visual look. It's sort of like a optical illusion, similar to the very basic butterfly motion where both of the heads seem to be bouncing off of each other. When you're doing fans, it looks like both fans basically touch each other and meld into each other before breaking apart. And it's a very beautiful look going on with it, specifically if you're doing caps or something like that and you want to extend around to the other side while you're doing the caps. I wish I had a set of fans on me at the moment so that I could show exactly what I mean regarding that. But this tutorial is more so that you can learn the basic arm motions that I'm referring to. So, to start off, you want to square your feet and point them forward. I'm pointing them towards the camera because I'm facing the camera. When you do this, you want to turn at your hips. Make sure it's hips, because that's where a good deal of the force is going to come from. Turn to either your right or left, doesn't matter, whichever one you want to start in. Extend your arms. You want to relax your shoulders and keep your arms about even with your shoulders. So not here, not up here. You want to make sure you have this point in mind. You take your non-native hand, which is, your native hand, which is the side that you're facing. So if I'm facing to my right like this, my right hand is my my native. And if I'm facing to my left is my native. So you want to put your hands here. Your native hand will drop down, and you want it to kind of face towards the floor. If you're using fans, it's a bad idea to have it face towards the floor. You want it to face forward in that instance. The reason for this is if you have it facing towards the floor when you turn like this, you might burn yourself, because fire will come up from the bottom section and basically attack you. From there, once you get to the top, you want your hand to have gone from facing behind you here to facing to the side of you there. The reason for this is that it creates a kind of basic 3D pattern with the fan if it's open. If you're using Poi, that doesn't matter so much. It depends on what you're doing. So if you're doing opposites flowers, from that point, you want to just follow whatever motion is comfortable for you. With fans, the positioning of your hand has to be fairly specific so that the effects that you're giving are actually noticeable and not skewed or anything like that. Fans require much more precision sometimes than Poi does. If you're doing fast motions or whatever, you don't want the fans to look sloppy, because fans are meant to look very slow and graceful and beautiful. You start here. You go to this position so that your hands This one is facing to your right, this one's facing to your left, and then from here, you just bring them back down to there. Then after this point, you move again to this position, bringing non-native hand, which is now my right hand, up, and native hand down, facing to the left and right, and then come up to your shoulders again. When you bring them together, it kind of looks like this. And with just the arms, it doesn't really give as nice of an effect, but it definitely will once you start using the tools with this. Now, you can think of this, if you're listening to music, it's always really good to practice what you're doing at a beat and to drill at the beat or the tempo of the music. So turning this into beats, it would be a 4-beat pattern where you have hands here, we'll start at 0 and then go from there. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the idea is from here, this is 1 beat. If you're using poi and specifically doing flowers, you'll go from here and create 1 petal in the span of here to there, or here to there. Those petals will come at the same time between each poi. With fans, it'll just be a slow turning motion that'll last that beat. So 1, 2. At this point, another petal will have been made, and then you'll turn again for the 3rd petal, and then back to your 0, which will create the 4th full petal, essentially. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, stop there, and you always want to drill the reverse. So from here, I started you like that. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4. You see what I did at that point was drop my non-native and raise my native hand. That is not all that terribly hard. It's not too terribly different. I mean, whether you go right or left. You want to drill both directions, and while you're drilling both directions, you also eventually want to get to the point that when you're here, you can circle step and bring your hands that way so that you're basically turned around. The reason for that is so that you can get comfortable turning with the patterns that you're going to learn while using this form. Hopefully that's helpful. I may or may not put up more PoiBoyBlue videos. Not entirely sure yet because Nick Woolsey has a fantastic set of them on playpoi.com. Hopefully, like I said, this helped you, and if you have any questions, respond in the comments below. Thank you.